Hi, welcome for our RTL online trainings and placements. In our Fusion Applications cloud environment, we have both roles, right? Both functional and technical consultant. We have two roles, right? Consultant and technical consultant. Okay. Now we are going to discuss what is the role of technical consultant and why some knowledge is required for functional consultant. Why some knowledge is required for functional consultant. Okay, so whenever we are working with Fusion applications, there are two environments, right? Fusion applications. We know that Fusion applications is one of the cloud environment. So one of the cloud ERP. This we are going to have two environments mainly in the cloud. What are those two environments? One is the SaaS model, another one is PaaS model. One is SaaS model, another one is PaaS model. Software as a service, platform as a service. Software as a service, platform as a service. Software as a service means same server will be shared by multiple clients. Platform as a service is nothing but dedicated server will be allocated to the clients. Dedicated server will be allocated to the client. So environment is basically related for server activity, server. So whenever any client wants to implement Fusion applications, ERP software, first when they are communicating with Oracle, what are the different environments we have? SaaS model and PaaS model. If client says that I don't want to go for much customizations in the product, I don't want to have much extensions or new development, like new modules, like we have financials, APR, GL, fixed assets, cash management, expenses, taxes. These are modules provided by Oracle. But client is doing something different business, some other business they are doing that they wanted to implement. So obviously we have to build a new modules, or extensively we have to customize those modules. So that in that scenario, clients has to go for PaaS model, platform as a service. In platform as a service, what Oracle will do, Oracle will provide dedicated server to the client. Dedicated server to the client. When the dedicated server is allocated, you can build the reports, you can develop the reports, and you can go for customize the report. You can go for data validation, and you can go for load. You can integrate applications. Then you can create a new database schema or new database objects. Means new table, new procedures, new functions and packages. This all can be created. Excuse me. New database objects will be created, and they can go for create new PLSQL or Java programs for any business logic. They can develop these programs for any business logic. They can develop new pages by using VBCS, Visual Builder Cloud Service. Visual Builder Cloud Service. Okay, so like this, the tools will be used. VBCS, Visual Builder Cloud Service, DBCS, Database Cloud Service, JCS, Java Cloud Services, OSCS, Oracle Integration Cloud Services. These are the different tools will be used to build new objects and to customize this Fusion applications product extensively as per the client requirement. So for that, client has to go for PaaS model. This is little bit expensive for the clients. Small clients cannot bear this expenditure, license cost, subscription cost, and even implementation cost, maintenance also, it will be expensive. Big clients will go for the PaaS model. So Oracle will ask the clients in the initial stage itself, do you want to go with the SaaS model or PaaS model? If client asks what is meant by SaaS and what is meant by PaaS, it's very simple. If you have a huge custom business, if you want to customize the product, this product extensively, better go with PaaS environment. So dedicated server will be allocated for you so that you can do whatever the developments and customizations, extensions, personalizations can be done. If client says that I just need only a few things, I don't want to go for extensively here. Okay, so in that scenario, SaaS model will be used. In that scenario, SaaS model will be used. So in the SaaS model, you can develop the reports, customize data validations, and load can be performed. You can develop the new reports, no problem. You can customize the reports, data validations, and load. Personalizations can be done. You can personalize the pages by using ADF tools, by using sandbox and other options. And then you can go for customize pages where you are going to write Groovy script. We can write Groovy script like JavaScript, VB script. We have something called Groovy script. Nowadays, Oracle is going to allow even Python also. People are going to write Python also for some customization of the pages. Okay, so these are allowed in the SaaS environment. So small and medium clients, generally they go for SaaS model, and big clients will go for PaaS model. But when it comes for the functional perspective, as a functional consultant, whether it is a SaaS model or a PaaS model, application setups or application business flow will be same. We don't find any changes. We don't find any changes. But if it is a PaaS model, the client will explain their business. According to that, we need to design the application. We need to design the application. For example, we have account payables application. So what is account payables? Account payables module will be used to make the payments to the suppliers, collecting the invoices from suppliers, validate the invoice, approve the invoice, account the invoice, after that make the payments, create accounting transactions, transfer accounts and invoice accounts and payment accounts to general ledger, then transfer this amount information to cash management and reconcile in cash management. That's the business flow of account payables module. So client is doing some business. Let's say they are doing some share market business. Okay. So they have some business flow. Let's say they get some shares from the customers that they wanted to enter. After that, shares they wanted to convert as materialized. Then after that, they would like to go for disperse these shares to some other suppliers. Like that, some business flow is there. There, we are supposed to interact with the client. This generally will happen at very architect level. Business architect level, they will be interacting and they'll try to design one model and show that model. According to that, setups will be performed by the functional consultant. Related for the technical reporting, development, data migration, validation, space development will be done by the technical consultant. Okay, so that type of work will be there, but very, very senior level. So right now, 90% of the projects are going on in the SaaS model. 90% of the projects are going on in the SaaS model. Even if 10% of projects are going on in the PaaS model, still no client is not going to use these tools. 100%. Nobody is using at this point of time. Very few people are using. I'm sure that definitely next level by 2025. So people will start using the PaaS model. There will be a huge customizations, extensions, and development. So the real vision applications is not yet started. This is just very sample. Actual vision applications, projects, requirements, the product capability will come to know by 2025. It's because by that time, more clients will try to move to the PaaS environment, big clients, because when the big clients try to move from on-premise to the cloud environment, they'll just check a lot of other parameters before they take a final decision. So that's the reason maybe it takes a couple of years to get stabilized in the PaaS model, but SaaS model is completely successful, either financial side or human capital management or supply chain management. So this is the technical perspective, technical consultant perspective, the roles and responsibilities in Fusion applications in SaaS environment as well as in the PaaS environment. So still there are some requirements when people will be applying. Technical means again there are two roles, SaaS technical or PaaS technical. SaaS technical means what they'll expect: development of report, data migration, data validation, and personalizations, customizations. This they will be expecting. When we go for PaaS environment, platform as a service, they'll be expecting all these tools. This will be a little bit less requirement. As I said, only 10% of the clients are in PaaS model. They also still not utilized fully these tools. They are also just only in this area, integrations, reporting, and all. Okay. So as a functional consultant, even if we are working as a functional consultant, we must have some idea how to build a report, how to customize the report, how to migrate the report from one instance to another instance. That is required. We must have that idea. Why it is required is actual in the project, we will find different phases, right? There will be a requirement gathering, design phase, development phase, testing. Again, in the testing, we will find unit testing, SIT, system integration test, UAT, user acceptance test, like this, unit, SIT, UAT, different testings, and then production. We can call it as a go live. Call it as go live here. Okay. So whenever we are going to gather the requirement from the client, who will involve here? Functional consultant, and from the client side, business users. From the client side, business users. Let's say we are implementing human capital management for the client. In human capital management, we have around 10 to 12 modules we have. Global HR, payroll options, talent management, OTL, compensation, benefits, ORC, career development, like that, around 12 modules we have. Okay. So let's say we are implementing global HR and payroll. Only 2 modules client is going to implement. Global HR is mandatory. Like how the general ledger is mandatory for our financials. Same thing, global HR is mandatory for our human capital management. Because in global HR, we'll configure enterprise structure, workforce life cycle, and workforce management. Workforce means employees data. Okay. So when we are going to gather the requirement, client says that I would like to have around 40 to 50 reports because I wanted to check how many absences happened last week, how many reportees are reporting to my supervisors, supervisor level report, business unit level. I wanted to know how many employees are there. Like that, client will ask for some reports. When client is asking for reports, as a functional consultant, we must have an idea what reports are available in application, what reports are not available as per the client requirement. If client says that I need some supervisor employee report is already there in the application. We have to tell to the client, already report is available. Client has provided one standard report. This is the parameters input, and this is the logic defined, and this is the output we are getting. We have to show the demo. When we show the demo, some clients will say, yes, I'm okay with this report. Then fine, the requirement is closed. If client says that, no, I don't want this many parameters, let's say around 8 parameters provided by Oracle. Now client was looking for only 3 parameters. Based on that only, we want to go for filter the data from database tables. And we wanted to have some layout. That layout we would like to go for change. There is a standard Oracle logo that needs to be changed and the address format. And couple of columns we would like to go for remove and add it. So this type of requirement gathering has to be done by the functional consultant. So for every requirement gathering, whether it is technical or functional or integration or development or admin activities, any type of requirement, functional person is supposed to interact with the client and gather the requirement. Once they gather the requirement, then they have to discuss with the technical team or admin team or integration team. And then they have to give the commitment to the client. Okay, you have expected this report development. It will take this many hours for development. This is the expected behavior. This is possible and this is not possible. Like that, functional consultant will give the commitment to the client. Delivery commitment, he will provide it. So here, the technical consultant is not going to interact with client directly anywhere in the beginning stage or development stage. Only after completion of the development and testing, when user acceptance test. User means the end user, your client employees. For example, you have developed one buyer report. Then who will test that? The buyer is going to test it from the application. So what buyer is asking? Buyer is assigned for single business unit. There are some buyers who are associated with multiple business units also. Now client is asking, when I run this report, I just wanted to know the buyer names who are associated more than 3 business units. Just I need the buyer names who are associated more than 3. Or you just provide one parameter, I will pass 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. If user pass input parameter as 5, then your report should bring the buyers who are associated more than 5 business units. Otherwise, what happens if you develop a report for more than 3 business units, but client says that I want 5 more than 5 business units? Then what do you have to do? Again, you have to go for change the logic. Instead of that, we'll just provide one input parameter where the client will pass the number of business units your buyer is associated. Okay, so this entire requirement has to be done by the functional consultant. That time, the functional consultant is supposed to give the demo also. Demo means not development. You'll just go to BI environment, choose the report and run the report and scheduled process and try to generate the output. And multiple places you can view your output, or you can send your output as an email or FTP or UCM server. Then where exactly it can be downloaded or sent an email. This entire workshop needs to be conducted by the functional consultant. So for functional consultant also have some minimum idea how to develop a reports, how to customize the reports, how to migrate the reports, how to run the report. Already you will be doing it every time, right? So if it is for financials, when we are going to close month-end process, AP period close process will run 5 to 6 reports from scheduled process. If you are working supply chain management, we are running min-max plan report, big slip reports, sales order acknowledgements report, procurement report. If it is global HR, we are running the employee report, LDAP process, right? So that submission is very common, but development, customization, and migration, we should have some idea. Okay, so that's the reason for functional consultant required some basic idea. about the reporting part. So in this session, I'm going to show you the environment, the BI environment where we can go for build the reports. Let's go to our applications, go to Navigator. So when you are an implementation consultant, that's fine. You can enter into the environment. Go to Navigator here. This is similar to our Navigator only. Someone has changed this appearance by using simple appearance tool option. So you have to scroll down here, go to more. We can find reports and analytics. In the tools menu, maximum we will find the personalization and customization setups here in the tools menu. In the tools menu, we will find, and also we will find in the configuration. This is all related for technical prospect. We will find. In fact, we will get it from here also. Customize the application from user menu. Manage configurations, edit pages, edit page, global page templates. Will perform the things from here it is. Go to Navigator and go to more option. Reports and analytics. Select reports and analytics. When we go for reports and analytics, there is a button here, browse catalog. We can navigate into the reports environment by using this button, or we can use this create report and analysis. So when we are working with Fusion applications, there are two reporting tools. What are those two reporting tools? One is BI reports, another one is OTBI analysis. OTBI analysis or dashboards. We can generally we don't call the report OTBI report. We don't call it. We call it as OTBI analysis or OTBI dashboards. A report means generally it comes as a BI report. Okay, so these are the two reporting tools mainly we have. But when it comes for financials, we have Smart View. We have financial statement generator reports, FRS. And then we have account generator dashboards. So in financials, we have something like accounting prospective, easily building some analysis. But we don't find those things in HCM or in supply chain management. Okay, but for entire product, reporting means we'll come to know only two things. One is BI reports, another one is OTBI analysis. Okay, so just click this button, browse catalog. We will enter into the BI environment. This is our environment, BI reporting and OTBI analysis environment. So there is a menu here, create menu. When we click on create menu, we will find the entire menu options here. So when we go for it, this is for OTBI analysis and dashboard development. This is for BI reports development. This is for mobile app development. Once we build some analysis or dashboards, I just wanted to make it as automation. In the sense, when that particular action has happened, we wanted to execute that report or export the data or import the data. These things we would like to perform. Then we will be using the agent. These all are options. And some scorecards, KPI watch list, like this is mainly for employee performance. Over here it is. This is going to be displayed here. Okay, so this is all about the menu point of view, menu options. So when we talk about BI report, this is our environment. Okay, so go to data model. So we have two reporting tools. One is BI reports. Another one is OTBI analysis. So what is the difference between these two? It's very simple. In which scenario we will go for BI reports? Which scenario will go for OTBI analysis? This is also expected. So client is asking some output. As a functional consultant, how can you suggest to the client better go for BI report or better go for OTBI? So BI reports, you can write custom SQL queries. It means whatever the requirement is there from the client's point of view, you can build. You can say that nothing is, you can say that everything is possible. Any type of layout as client is expecting, we can go for build the report. It's time taking. If they are expecting some complex reports, then it can be done. OTBI analysis is just drag and drop. In the name itself, analysis. Oracle has defined built-in subject areas. Subject area means indirectly logical query. Here we have to write SQL queries. In OTBI analysis, we don't need to write SQL queries. We have built-in subject areas provided by Oracle for every module. If we say there are 100 modules in Fusion applications, for almost every module, there will be 8 to 9 subject areas provided by Oracle. If you want to build OTBI analysis or dashboard, first we have to understand those subject areas, and we have to understand those subject areas, folders, fact tables, within that what logic is defined by Oracle. If you are able to understand the subject area within hours, you can build the analysis and deliver this to the client. But if client want to schedule that particular report, client want to run that report from scheduled process, that is not possible in OTBI analysis. It is possible only in BI reports. For example, I want to go for send my report output as an email by distributing. For example, distributing in the sense, when I run the report, output has generated for 10 customers. I have executed one report called customer invoice report. I got output for 10 customers or 100 customers or 1000 customers or 10,000 customers output has generated. I want to divide this output and send this output to the different destinations. When I say different destinations, different email IDs or different server file names needs to be within the server, different file names it has to store the output. That's not possible. That's possible in BI report. We call it as a busting concept in BI reports. Busting concept in BI reports. That is not possible in OTBI analysis. Okay, it's a general live example. We are all having bank accounts. We are all receiving the bank statement every month. So let's say your bank is a HDFC bank. They have some lakhs of customers. They can't run the report for every customer, right? They'll just run the report only once, monthly statement for the customers. Then what happened? System will generate the output for all the customers at a time. Then how the system will divide this output? Okay, first 3 pages, first customer, next 5 pages, second customer, next 12 pages. Because customer transactions are different, right? One customer can have only 1 page of monthly statement. This output needs to be divided and distributed to the different email IDs. That is possible in BI reports by using the busting concept, which is not available in OTBI analysis. Analysis is basically, OTBI analysis basically manager level reporting tool. Management level, if they are going to conduct some meetings, they wanted to have some analysis on the business. Okay, they can just ask for the report within 2 hours, or tomorrow I need one report because I'm attending my procurement buyer meeting. There I just wanted to see the statistical analysis, how the orders are generated, how much forecasting is there, or some inventory managers meeting is there. They just wanted to have forecasting for next month, what materials we are receiving. Based on that, I can make arrangement for warehouses. Or I just wanted to have some recruitment report in ORC module so that we can make the availability of the resources for the next project. So that time OTBI analysis, it will be used. Okay. So when we are working with the BI reports, two things we have to do. First, we have to develop the data model. Second, we have to go for layout model. One is data model, another one is layout model. Generally, if you say any report, two things will be there, data model and layout model. In OTBI analysis also we'll find data model and layout model. But in OTBI analysis, data model, we don't need to develop manually. It's already done by Oracle. We just drag and drop. Layout also drag and drop. Here you cannot go with manual layout designing, but here it can be done. In BI reports, we can go for manual layouts designing. We can have sub-templates, we can have multi-layouts, we can also have the pre-stationary printing. Pre-stationary printing is nothing but like check printing and all it is. Okay, when the organizations are going to distribute the payments to their suppliers, they'll be printing the paper check, which contains a standard format as per the bank. So those type of pre-stationary printing options we'll find in the BI reports. Okay, so what is data model? Select the data from database. How to select? By writing the SQL queries. Then once we select the data, we have to display to the client. That's called layout. We have to design the layout as a simple layout or master detail, any type of layout, and we have to go for display this. So two things will be there, data model and layout. So data model is nothing but select the data from database tables, and layout model is nothing but display the data in the output. According to the requirement, we'll try to display this output here. Okay. So here we can find the diagram. SQL query we can write, LDAP query we can write, MDX, Microsoft Dynamics. This is analysis. By using OTBI analysis also, we can build the BI report. It means OTBI analysis is the input for your BI report, and it will generate the output. And view object will find web services. Through web services also, you can bring the data from database and generate output. CSV, content server. A lot of options are there, but 90% the priority is SQL query. That's the option we'll be using. So we'll be able to write the queries for here. Okay. So as a functional consultant, sometimes we have to write simple queries. Which scenario? For example, you are working in the data migration. You are using some spreadsheet data loader or a PDA, file-based data import, or generally HCM technical is different. So there we don't much. So whenever we are doing some data migration, let's say you are trying to load some 5,000 suppliers data or 10,000 invoices data into the applications. And out of that 10,000, 9,500 records has been uploaded successfully into the base tables, 500 records has been rejected. That we'll find in the error table. So you cannot ask every time technical guy, can you write a query to show that? You can write, but it's a simple select star from some table. So basic SQL having just select star from table, it pick all the values. How to filter? By writing where clause. In where clause, if it is number, we'll directly specify. If it is date or text or string, we'll write single quotation, right? So that basic information is required. Okay. So let's say I'm just trying to write a simple, I'm connecting to the database here, FSCM, financial supply chain management, human capital management, and CRM. But generally, even if you choose FSCM and write some query on your HCM data also, you'll get for all people. We got this sample data here. That's how we can have 5 records or 10. This is just sample data we are trying to generate output. Here it is. Okay, so this is basically introduction about reporting part for functional consultant. Okay, so in the next session, we'll look for another report development, how we can do that. It is okay. Thank you. So this is what we have discussed for our entire session, different environments, and what is the role for technical guys in SaaS model, what is the role for PaaS model. But as a functional consultant, we can have just an idea. So what is what technically what is happening, how it can be done. Here it is. Okay. Thank you.